got something in here. You might know this name, LifePixel. Maybe not. But if you do, then you know what's in this box, and if you don't worry, I'm going to tell you what it is right now. Inside of here is a full infrared conversion filter that allows us to take a standard digital camera and basically take away what's known as the hot filter, or the filter inside the camera that strips away all the infrared. And we're going to add in a new clear filter that allows all that infrared back in, and that means that our camera will be capable of taking infrared photos. Let's open this up real quick and just kind of see what that looks like. Oh, the irony of making the United States Postal Service ship a UPS. Okay, well, here we go. Inside of here, this will be the actual clear filter, and this will be our brand new super color infrared filter that we'll be using on the lens to take infrared photos. And you probably can't see this, but maybe this is just an example, I guess, of... Oh, it's just a card. Never mind. So then the next question is, what camera are we converting? We have at our disposal, oh my god, this is like a fly trap. We have at our disposal the Canon R5, we have a Canon R, we even have a Canon 5D Mark III, and believe it or not, a Canon 20D that's like 2 decades old or something like that. But instead, we're not doing any of those. Maybe you've already guessed it. We're going to convert the beloved Lumix. The reason why I've chose the Lumix is because I just feel like the Lumix will be the best choice for the fact that it's small. I just kind of use this for fun anyway. This will give me a chance to use it for even more fun things. And perhaps most importantly, when looking at the tutorial, because we're doing this ourselves, we have to dismantle the whole camera in order to do this. And when looking at all my different camera models, it would have been between this and the 5D Mark III. This one was way easier to convert. So that's what we're doing. And we're going to be doing that, or we're going to be attempting to do that. LifePixel is kind enough to have DIY instructions for how to do this. I will say real quick here, there is disclaimers involved in this video. This is not a tutorial, this is only entertainment. If I break this, I break it. That's the end. No big deal on my part. I'll be bummed. I want it to work. I'm not trying to break this, but it's my own stuff and I'm making this choice. Inside of the disclaimer on the LifePixel website itself, it says, this tutorial is intended for experienced professionals and made available to you for informational purposes only. Tampering with your camera will void your manufacturer's warranty. If you decide to perform the conversion, you could damage the camera or be hurt or killed from the high voltage present within. So you do so at your own risk. Basically, and they go on to talk about, once you start removing filters, you could potentially, even if you get everything put together, the focus could be ruined for the rest of its life, the camera's life. There are 1,000 different ways to break this camera and not have a camera at the end of the day. So, this is by no means a tutorial. Do not follow my instructions at all. I am ADHD and very impatient. I am not going to I am not the model of performance in this case. I am literally the antithesis of the person who should be performing this procedure. But I'm an idiot, so why not? And if you do, for some reason, want to convert your camera to infrared, you can actually send it in. I think like the filter is like about $100, or you could send your camera in for something like $250, $270, maybe it's like $300 in some cases. You'll have to look up your camera model, but for like 2/3 more price, you can send it in and they'll do it for you. You'll have a professional actually do the conversion for you. That's the choice you should be making, but I'm an idiot. All right, so the things that we're gonna have for tools today, we have the filter. I went out and got a brand new set of precision screwdriver. I have a screwdriver, but I just thought, you know, let's just spend the $12 and just get a new one. That's it. I have an $8, I should say this is probably about like, I think like $12, $13. Then I've got these little precision tweezers you can buy anywhere. These were probably like $5. I have an X-Acto knife, which I hope I don't have to use. And then the other thing, which is always like really, really useful and handy to have for all types of things. If you've ever done electronics, I have a dental set. These things sort of push latches out of the way, helps you sort of pick things out of the way. They even have a much nicer pair of tweezers in there. So, and that was probably like 15, 16 bucks. I don't remember. This little hot filter was $99, so basically $100. And then this infrared filter that goes onto the lens, this was like 50 bucks. So looking at about $156 with taxes, I think it was about that. Okay, I got this little piece of sticky paper here. It's just got tape taped down, but it's reverse side up. So as we take out screws, we will be laying them from left to right in descending order of how we take them out. So when it's time to go put them back in, we can just reverse that process and put them back in. If you've never taken a camera or a piece of electronics apart before, it sucks. It sucks because all these little screws are sort of dependent, and the order upon which you do them is definitely important. So we'll take the battery out, we'll turn it on. There's usually a process to deplete any capacitors or anything, and sometimes that's just pressing buttons for a few minutes. And there we go. I don't see any lights turning on. So that's that. Okay. We might as well go ahead and get started. So they mention the very first guy is this screw. Let's make sure we get the right head for the job here. Looks good. And before we get too much further in, I have a pair of clean gloves. Black surgical gloves do two things. They give you a clean hand surface to work from, and they make you look cool. And obviously, the most important part of this whole thing is looking cool. All right, let's get started. Number one. Onto the paper with you, sir. Number 2 and 3. In case anybody's wondering which parts of this process I'm worried most about, it is the ribbon cables. Can I get this little guy in here? The ribbon cables, and it's also the screws. Screws have a bad habit of just disappearing when you're not being careful. But the nice thing is with this little sticky stuff, the screws tend to stay in place. All right, we turn the camera over and we see these 2 screws for the eyepiece, these 2 for the bottom. I'm just going to hold it like this, like they do in the, oh, and there's one in here. The way that they hold it in their photograph, and I'm always going to work left to right in descending order, because I don't know if these screws are different sizes. These are not magnetized screwdriver. That would have been a massive bonus. Okay, maybe it's like partially magnetized. There are like professional screw mats, by the way. Oh, you know what I should have done? I want to make a space. I should have taken this guy out next. Oh well. If it's a different size, we'll worry about it. Luckily, this series seems to be all the same size. He's a bigger boy. We'll put him. Right there. There we go. All right. So far, so good. Haha. They say to remove this. That just kind of popped up that direction. And they predicted there would be 2 screws behind it, and they were like spot on. You can get purpose-built magnetized screw mats, by the way, so you don't have to, I don't have one, so I have this janky tape system. All right. Okay, so the next screws, we have the flash pop up. There they are. And it looks like there are 3 of them. And again, I'm holding the camera in the same orientation of the tutorial. I should say the informational walkthrough here. Oh boy. Once you get your like gloves stuck to tape, and probably the one thing I probably should have done before starting this was like have a candy bar and drink some coffee, because I am low blood sugar and I am trying not to shake my way into disaster. All right. Flip over rear cover and remove marked cables. Okay, so it feels like at this point this whole thing is coming off, and it just did. And so just to let you know that as soon as we open it up, we have to be careful, because as expected, ribbon cables. So some ribbon cables are just slotted in, and these are, I love slotted in ribbon cables, by the way. Much less scary to take apart. And then the other thing you want to make note of is what direction they were in. Now this one here, the contacts will be against the printed circuit board. So here you can kind of see the gold, and on this side the gold. So I know that this will be inserted downward just as this one is. All right, this we should be able to set aside. All right, this next one is a doozy. Left to right, this screw, that screw, that screw, and that screw. So we have 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will do them in the correct order here. I mean, we're in it now. We are committed. There we go. All right. And now we need to gently, oh, so gently, so smooth. This guy seems like a, oh no, maybe not. Well, let's do it this way. I'm gonna remove the easy ones first. Come with me, my friend. There we go. And then I actually have a pair of tweezers in here that aren't pointed like that. They're more of a flat paddle style. I'm just going to work this as slowly. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so it is one of those. Interesting. All right. So for this guy, these are paddle style. So they have these little tiny, basically imperceptibly small black paddles. And so you lay it down into place. Just do this in reverse here. You would lay this down into place, and then you basically press that pedal down, and if it's in the right spot, it'll make a connection. Now I'm just trying to get this guy out. There we go. And these guys kind of work in reverse. much better. There we go. Little plastic tab, it looks like, down here. It holds it in. Oh, let's just go ahead and see. Let's see what the next piece of information is here. All right, they literally just say, remove it. There's like a little retaining tab in here somewhere. I think it's this little thing over here. Oh. Typical. Typical. Oh, we got two. You guys lift it up. Just pull those out. And my God, there's the heart and soul of this thing. Put that right there. All right, well, easy. Ha ha ha. What's the problem? Okay. Next, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. So it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can we get in there? That screw is so far away, bro. I have a really long jeweler's screwdriver, and I just need to find it. 1, 2. A little thing about ribbon cables real quick while we're here. If these get damaged, the whole game is over. The whole game is just over. And everything looks good, so I think we're lucky so far, but alright, now I don't think this will not reach in there, so 1 second. Alright. I have a reserve kit. Feels like we got bite. Oh my God, that was like a game of Operation. Which I was absolutely terrible as a kid. I can't tell you, I am just intrinsically a shaky individual. All right. And then they say remove this thing. Yo, consider this thing removed. And then they say come over here and remove this thing. Ooh, I don't like it. I don't like that screwdriver set. Much better. All right. Release. Let go. Let go, my friend. Done. And somehow this thing comes off. Some of these instructions are like, now just peel this off. And I'm like, yeah, but how? Remove the front hand grip. I'm trying, bro. I want you to be proud of me. Alright, well I hear like springs twangling and jingling. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. Alright, here is the front hand grip. It's got double stick tape. And now there is a screw right there. Oh boy. Look how many screws there are. My confidence level is quickly plummeting. So there's another screw right here. Separate the rear and front assemblies. Like, alright, but like, how? Well, this is a very basic, have fun. Oh, you know what? They forgot. They lied to us. Down here, I can see another screw. Let me just go and scroll and see if that's on their tutorial. Yeah, because that's the piece. Okay, let me just quickly see if that was on there and I missed it. That is not listed on there. So, there was a screw down here. You definitely want to get that. Very important. Very important piece of the puzzle. I mean, it can't be that hard to put this back together, right? It can only go together one way. Right? Maybe? Oh, this is gonna be fun. All right, so here's what the top assembly looks like. And now we are into the meats and the potatoes. Here they list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. They are this, and then these two black ones. Now, I am actually going to change the order that we've been unscrewing things just because these are so much different. I just want to keep these kind of in a row. I'll know where these go, so that's not a problem. I wonder if the people who do this like day in and day out, if it's just so routine, if they watch this video and go, oh my god, this is why we have the disclaimer. crazy, but that is the sensor assembly, I do believe. Oh, you know it. You know it. So if we take this off, ha! Holy cow. So this literally just says remove this. Okay. I'm just using my X-Acto knife to carefully. Ho, 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 ho. All right, so check that out. Check that out. All right, let me go get some. Let me clean up these little flakes because I don't want anything getting onto the sensor. I'm gonna get a little canned air. Oh God. All right. I just hit that with air off camera because trying not to send everything flying. Trying my best not to send everything flying. All right, so next, there's a little screw here that they don't mention taking out, but I'm an idiot. Definitely needed to be taken out. All right. So now we're in scary land. All these things, by the way, in the manufacturing process, handled in clean rooms, people wearing masks. I'm wearing a Star Wars hoodie and tattoo gloves. Out of here. That is our new lens. This, I'm guessing, is some sort of spacer. All right. Well, here we go. That's beautiful. that is your old lens. Here's our new lens. These are stickers of some sort. All right, so I got one. So what I did there was I did a lot of candy air. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to get I didn't want to spread particulate matter through the air with my talking. All right. Wow. Welcome to crazy town, man. Okay. So now it's all reverse. It's all reverse order from here. Here's our thing. Here's our guy. Oh, I do see springs. Well, when you're putting it together, just be aware of the presence of springs. But it is interesting, like once you get them kind of in place, it doesn't like shift. It's obviously manufactured in such a way that once it's in, it's in. All right. Alright, and the camera overheated one more time, but I just had to put in this screw and these 2 screws, and that's it. We are absolutely done. I did actually forget this thing. Well, we'll see if I put that in later, this little guy. But whatever. I've already got the IR filter on there, and I took a couple pictures outside to test it out. I will go see if they are in focus or not, but my guess is that they are. The focus seems to be working, the camera seems to be completely working, and the next step is we will take this out to do some infrared street photography. That could be really cool. But anyway, I'm really stoked that this wasn't a complete disaster. Now we have an IR camera. Let's go! Check the main channel. There should be a video coming out at the exact same time as this one with all of the infrared street photography that we do. So be sure to check that out and then leave comments, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll check you guys in just a few. Let's go out to the street now.